We're looking at a spend-a-thon, $1.8 trillion. To put that into perspective, the omnibus last year, because we don't do real spending bills anymore, we do omnibuses. It was 1.4 trillion. So we're looking at a massive, massive increase in spending, a $400 billion increase in spending on regular domestic programs between 2021 and 2022 fiscal years. It's almost unprecedented to have that much spending when we're not in a war, ostensibly not in a war. We're in a reasonably good economy where in that we're not spending a lot of money on unemployment insurance. We're not spending a lot of money to try to stimulate the economy, presumably. And so, we're looking at, I mean, just think about it, from 1.4 billion, you add 400 billion into that. That's almost about a 25% increase. I didn't do the math in my head, but it's about 25% increase of the domestic spending in 1 year. Inflation's at 8%, around between 7 and 8%. And yet Congress gave government a 25% increase, and Republicans signed off on it. And rather than sit here and just kind of talk about the Republicans signing off on it, first of all, I'm going to tell you what's in the bill. As you probably know, Zelenskyy, the head of Ukraine, flew in so he could speak to Congress this evening, and he already has done that. Only 40 billion more for Zelenskyy. Let's see how much he puts into cryptocurrency funds that then funnel money back to the Democrats and to the establishment Republicans, for that matter. Because there was the last 40 billion, 1.2 billion got recycled into our system through the now discredited cryptocurrency king Bachman-Fried. I never heard of him before. Truthfully, haven't heard of him since. But bottom line is, he got $1.2 billion of money from the government of Ukraine to invest, and he became one of the largest investors in U.S. politicians, second only to George Soros. So, and now Zelensky's speaking to the loyal subjects in the Capitol building. So we got 40 billion more to Ukraine. I want to point out something that's pretty difficult for people to imagine, but we are depleting our actual ammunition reserves pretty dramatically by sending them to Ukraine. And the fact is, our manufacturing sector hasn't been really staffed up, hasn't been mobilized in such a way that we're able to replace those reserves readily. So things like Stinger missiles, which are relatively old technology, we're in short supply.